Hello children, how are you? Fine? Very good. So today from your English New Gems reader, class 7, from Ratnasagar, we are going to start poem number 2, Govind's Disciple, which is written by Rabindranath Tagore, popularly known as Gurudev. Yes, very good. Rabindranath Tagore is known as a philosopher. He was a writer. He has written many novels also, and he won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913, dear children. Now children, we can start the poem Govinda's Disciple, poem 2 of your book, page number 12. Govinda's Disciple. Actually, this poem relates with the art and culture of our Indian culture. Is it clear? Let us read the poem. Far below flowed the Ganga, quick and clear. Above frowned the jutting bank. Jutting bank means the bank of the river is very vast and the water is flowing very fast and furious over there. Hills dark with the woods and scared with the torrent were gathered around. The water was flowing as if they were the torrents, of the water. The water was slowly moving. Govinda. Who is Govinda? The Sikh Guru, Guru Govind Singh Sahib. Govind, the great teacher, sat on the rock reading scriptures. When Raghunath, his disciple, proud of his wealth, came and bowed to him and said, the disciple, the follower, he came to Govind Singh Sahib and he was having something in his hand. He wanted to give it to Govind Singh Sahib. I have bought my poor wealth, unworthy of thy acceptance. He wanted that the Guru should accept that gift, whatever he has brought for him. Let us see what it was. Thus saying, he displayed before the teacher a pair of gold bangles, added with costly gems and emeralds. He had 2 bangles in his hands, which were decorated with gems and emeralds, which were shining very brightly in the sun. The master took up one of them, twirling it round in his finger like this, and the stone darted shaft of light. It means the stones which were on the bangles were shining very brightly on the bangles. Suddenly slipped from his hand and rolled down the bank into the water. Suddenly the bangle, it was thrown into the river water. Raghunath jumped into the water. The teacher set his eyes upon the book, and the water held and hid what it stole and ran it away. Again the teacher, he started reading his scriptures. He was not at all bothered about the bangles, but Raghunath was. He went away just to find the bangles. At sunset, Raghunath came back. He begged him to show him the place where it fell. He asked Guru that where are my bangles? What is the place where he had just thrown it in the water? The teacher took the other bangle and threw into the water, saying, there it is. Again, the second bangle also he took and he just threw it into the water and said, there the first one was. So what is the moral of the poem, my dear children? Yes, the people, those who are wishing for the spiritual knowledge, they should not bother for the material things. They should not bother about the wealth which should be important for them. It means spiritual knowledge for them is more important than material knowledge. I think it is all clear to you. Dear children, let us now go through the poem in the form of summary. Govind Singh Sahib sat on the rock reading scriptures near the bank of Ganga. Raghunath, his disciple who was proud of his wealth, came and bowed to him. He said, I have brought my poor wealth unworthy of your acceptance, and showed Govind Sahib a pair of gold bangles with gems and emeralds. The master took one of them and twirled it around his finger. The gem shined in the light. Suddenly, it slipped from his finger and rolled down into river Ganga. Raghunath jumped into water. Govind Singh Sahib started reading again while the water took away the bangle. At sunset, Raghunath came back and begged Govind Sahib to show him the place where the bangle fell. The master took the other bangle and threw it into the water, saying, There it is. Dear children, let us go to the comprehension part, as you can see here, which is given on page number 13. Exercise A. Take the correct option. What is the first one? Hills dark with the winds, with the woods means, there are three options. The A one is correct. The hills look dark because of the thick forest. Is it clear? Let us go to the second one now. Scared with the torrents means, the hills have cuts on them because of the torrential rainfall. Start. Let us go to the second question of the tick the correct option. Scared with the torrents means, the C option is correct. The hills have cuts on them because of the torrential rainfall. Clear? Let us go to the third one now. Watch it here. Why did Govinda throw the gold bangles into the river? Again, we can see the third option is correct here. To make Raghunath understand the unimportance of wealth. Is it clear? Let us go to the B part, answer the questions. The first question, as you can see here, answer this question number 1. Describe the place where Govinda sat reading the scriptures. As we have read the poem, you know the answer. Govinda sat on a rock by the banks of river Ganga. Around his place there were hills covered by thick forest. The hills had deep cuts made by torrential rains. Now let us go to question number 2. What did Raghunath do when Govinda threw the bangles into the river? What does this tell you about Raghunath? The answer would be, when Govinda threw the bangle into the river, Raghunath jumped after it in the river. This shows that to Raghunath, wealth meant more than spiritual knowledge. It means wealth was everything for him. I think, dear children, the poem Govinda's Disciple by Rabindranath Tagore is all clear to you. Read the poem again and try to understand. Thank you. Have a good day.